Yo, what up, my boys, Stephen Kick and everyone down at Night Dive. Very, very excited to play Doom 64 again. I think it was about a year ago where I played this last, and I kind of want to go back to it because this came with the deluxe version of Doom Eternal, but I just bought it again also on Steam, and I'm probably going to pick up the Switch version as well because Doom 64 is absolutely one of my favorite Dooms. I place it above. I'm not going to say where I place it above because everyone's going to have problems with that, so I'll just shut my mouth. But yeah, so this is based on the Doom 64 EX. It's basically what kicked off the Kex engine, which Night Dive has used for a lot of all the recent remasters. For people that aren't aware, this powered the that Blood remaster from a few months back, and also the Turok 1 and 2 remasters. You know, Night Dive is also putting out the Blade Runner point and click. They got a lot of shit going on, and Doom 64 is kind of like, I wouldn't say they're magnum opus or anything, but it's a huge step up in terms of franchise like visibility. This was the last Doom game that hasn't been re-released in an official capacity on consoles and Steam. So it's quite a big treat that it's out there for everyone to play because it's gotten a lot of appreciation in the last couple of years. So let's just new game. Let's bring it on. I think I'm gonna just later on in this video put Watch Me Die and see how that goes. I'm sure it'll go really well. You know, I kind of credit Derek from Stop Skeletons from Fighting from kind of letting people know about Doom 64. I mean, like, people know for sure in general, like, oh yeah, this is totally a thing. People should play this. It's awesome. So, but that was one of the first videos I remember seeing where it was just like, yeah, this has aged really well, especially on the N64 since it was all 2D, as you can see. Are the sprites the most amazing sprites in the world? Are the new sprites for weapons really, are they better than the originals? Yeah, they're different, which is cool because at this point we had seen the original Doom sprites so much that, you know, I can just be one of those people that are like, well, yeah, they're not as good, but it's nice to see a different take on some of these creatures, weapons that we've all come to know and love. Like, do I prefer the reloading animation on the traditional Doom 1 and 2 shotgun instead of this? I do, but you do shoot this faster, which is cool, actually. That's kind of a benefit. And this will go behind me. Yeah. So embarrassing. I already did a video on this game, like I said, like about a year ago, but I wanted to do another one. And in case people don't realize, this re-release of Doom 64 is basically almost free. I shouldn't say that, but to me it's free. $5 for this, that's free to me. It actually costs like about $6 in Canada bucks. I think it's very much worth that. There's at least like 20 levels in this, maybe more. It's a lengthy campaign, and for any Doom purists out there that haven't played this, it's totally... There's just so much difference in the tone and the pace, and to me, some people might be angry with this, like, I find this is what Doom 3 should have been. It has a better marriage between what Doom is and a more horror, slow-paced aesthetic, just because of the new soundtrack by Aubrey Hodges, who also did, I think, Final Doom as well as this. And it's such a different take on the source material, and I think it's a little bit more... I mean, I think it's way more scary, but for me, personally, when I was playing Doom growing up on the family computer, I was actually playing it with absolutely no music at all, so the Doom heavy metal tracks of the Bobby Prince era, and other people obviously, was kind of lost on me. I didn't have a sound blaster, and I could not get music working for the life of me. So I only had the sound effects as a thing for me, which is pretty hilarious in retrospect now. Ooh, gotta be careful here. Jesus Christ. And the game was far scarier with just sound effects. because you would just hear the little pig noises of Pinkies over here, and I'd actually freak my shit out a little bit when I'd play it, because monsters would just show up out of nowhere. Collect all these Doom guy heads, all of them. You never know when you might need it. Pretty sure there's an imp on here. Barely looks like an imp, though. It kind of looks like... that's not a design I personally care for compared to the old ones. Oh, fuck you. Ah, not even close. Damn it. And now we're entering the Transformer. So, a lot of barrels, and the chain gun is right there, so we want this. It's awesome! Chain gun, I really like it in Doom 64. I actually kind of prefer it. I just like the design. It shoots blue fire, because fuck you, that's why. So these all open up. Do not press any of these, because this just makes a crusher come down from the ceiling. You kind of don't want that. And in general, like, the PlayStation custom version of Doom 1, which is a weird amalgamation, and this have a few more traps than I'm aware of than classic Doom usually has. Correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am, but I'm just saying. That's what I remember. I mean, it sounds like a really scary, like, you know those CDs or cassette tapes you'd play at your house for Halloween, if you ever dressed up your house for Halloween for trick-or-treaters? There'd be, like, the fun, like, nice one that's for the kids that has, like, cackling witches and, like, oohs. And then there's the fucked up one. The one CD or cassette tape that your parents like, don't play that one, but then you play it because it sounded really, really metal. That's what Aubrey Hodges' OST sounds like, and even the PlayStation version. I'm not sure if he did Final Doom, but he did do the PlayStation version soundtrack, and that was also suitably spooky. Alright, here's like the Shadow Pinky, I don't know. I mean, I think it's called the Phantom, something a little... I wouldn't say it's lame, but it's not exactly cool. And just putting Shadow, there's also like a Shadow Imp, just putting those just is... I mean, technically that's a new monster. I don't think it counts, but... I zoomed up over here, but what I actually want to go is fall down this corridor down here. Now, this leads to kind of a part I don't like about this particular level. It's a crushing hallway, and one thing Doom 64 one thing Doom 64 does, I wish maybe not amazingly, is just figuring out the space. Now you're supposed to go under these little yellow lights, but even that I feel like it's cheating. It's not exactly telling me that I'm not gonna get crushed. I'd like to think as long as my gun is flashing means I'm directly under the light and I won't get fucking killed. But I tend to find I still get killed. So my ass got crushed a little bit there, just a bit, not too much. But I don't think my ass should have got crushed there. I thought I was fine where I was. Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty good on health. Now, what's actually in here? Now, a switch. I'm sure nothing poor will happen if I press this switch. Ah! See, okay, that's a good enemy for surprise attacks, alright? That's pretty awesome. And like, this colored lighting, though, it's another hallmark of Doom 64. I think it looks awesome, personally. It's incredible to me that this game was made by Midway, the original code on the 64. Of all companies, not to say that Midway couldn't do it, they even made the console versions of Quake and Quake 2, I believe. Maybe not all of them, but a few of them I think they did handle. So whatever team that Midway had this time, like, good ups to them. Like, Doom 64 was originally not even going to be a Doom game. I might have talked about this before. I most certainly have. It was supposed to be just like a first-person shooter. It was going to be called Absolution, I think. The Absolution, something along those lines. And they just got the Doom license. They're like, yeah, let's just turn it into Doom. Probably sell better, and it probably did. Although I don't remember if this was a success overall in terms of units sold. And then, of course, there is one new weapon in Doom 64, despite it not have... Well, it does have the super shotgun, I think, but it does have one new weapon, which is the Unmaker, which has a connection in Doom Eternal. You can get the Unmaker. It's just like this like fucking leathery like dick gun. It's just like kind of all brown and weird. It looks like there's skin stretched over it, and it just shoots a bunch of death lasers. It kills pretty much almost everything in the game, and I think it does the same in Doom Eternal. I would really like to get it, but it's kind of hidden under some stringent requirements that hopefully I'll get around to one day. And of course, one of the more recent announcements that I wasn't even aware of and was very pleasantly surprised was that this version of Doom 64, unlike the Doom 64 EX, is that this has a brand new chapter that is unlocked some way. I'm not sure exactly how, but your new levels? Okay, I'll fucking play those. Had someone ask me in a comment not too long ago, like, man, you sure seem to play a lot of first-person shooters. It's weird because I didn't think you liked them all that much. And I was like, yeah, maybe when I got started making stuff on the internet, I maybe had some like harsh things to say about modern first-person shooter design, because at that time Call of Duty was ruling the roost and I really wasn't into it, and I was never that much into Halo either, and those were the big ones at the time. So I never really talked about first-person shooters that much, but like in the day I played them a lot on my PC, not console that much. Like I would play, you know, dabble in Turok and GoldenEye and all that, but I would never actually go on my way to play them as the console generations wore on. It just kind of wasn't my thing at that point. So when I would gravitate towards things like Painkiller. God, I wish Painkiller would come back in some form, because it's just such a cool name. Sorry, I'm kind of wandering around now. I'm just talking and rocking over here. But we'll find that yellow door in a minute, I'm sure. If you don't remember where things are, they're usually back where you started. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes Labyrinth level design is a little lost on me because I'm so attuned to, like, even Doom Eternal is like, you know, mostly linear comparatively. 100%. Come on, yeah. No, that's not great. And there's just something about this game visually. I look at it nowadays and I'm just, yeah, Super Shotgun. I look at this and I'm just like, this looks so aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know if y'all agree, but like there's something about this where I'm looking at it now, oh shit. And like the Super Shotgun loading animation I should say, is not super good to me. It just rears back a little bit. I kind of miss him like clacking some shells in there, you know? And if you're tired of this stale-ass gameplay, please go over to Civvy11's channel to go look at his pro-ish Doom 64 video. It's really nice to see like a Doom purist like him like go to this version of the game and be able to discuss it. Just because it's so fascinating, all these small little differences. And all the changes that kind of make it a more like different experience. Like again, in terms of aesthetics and tone, this isn't heavy metal. It's more like Silent Hill, the first-person shooter. All right, maybe that's not the best descriptor, but it's the closest thing I can think of. Where are the blue key cards? I should probably just head back to where I came from. There's probably some fucking blue door that I have no memory of now. Nope, it's not here. Well, the backpack at least. There it is. Ah, I love this tree. Ah! Why bring back a pain elemental, of all things? And just the echo, like, listen to this. That's such a good sound effect, I don't know. I like appreciating little things like that. Ooh! Aw, man, I could have used this before. Oh, well. This is gonna open up something. Oh, shit. Alright. Every time I seem to get a berserker, like, there's no one around. It's like, guys, my love for you is like a truck. Don't know if I can jump this. Well, you can't jump in this, but like, you know, like little leap. Maybe I can right here because there's a little baby step. Ah! Oh, there we go, there we go. There's just a simple door. Who's coming out? Anybody coming out? Jesus. I don't know why hell likes keycards so much, and I'm not allowed to have them. I know it's progression, but like sometimes this soundtrack also makes it seem like there's just straight up silence, which I like. Rocket launcher kind of looks like a Bionic Commando arm. I don't know if you agree, but it looks like like rebooted Bionic Commando, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, not a lot of people. Cool, this is the Terraformer. I forgot how fucking fast Lost Souls were! Alright, we're speedrunning this now. Like, okay, we're not. Like, I'm not even close to being good enough to even call myself the SR word, but we're making much better time now that I kind of know what I'm doing. God, this still feels just really good to play. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, and I've had like this is the second version of the game and a couple of levels in so far. I have absolutely no problems with it from a, any sort of technical standpoint, like bugs, well, whatever. Damn, I need that red key. One thing is that, like, I kind of wish, like, the stupid metal edgelord names for levels would be back because, oh shit. Nice shot. Wait, what just hit me? Sorry, I got distracted. Because this is just called the holding area. Not the coolest name in the whole group, is it? So I kind of wish that those would make a return here. Jesus Christ! It's so scary. Alright, let's watch me die. See how long I last. Oh, Jesus. Okay, as long as no one shoots me, I think I'll be fine. Oh, fuck. Oh. Alright, so this is Doom 64. It is probably the best version we're ever going to get, and it's a great version at that. It is $5. It is on absolutely everything right now. Night Dive rules. I hope you enjoyed this other video on Doom 64. I fucking love this game, and I hope this video kind of explained why.